In our town, we know what we need. That's why at Bianchi Honda, we sell more CRVs than any other dealership sells all their vehicles combined. We are an SUV town, choosing the #1 rated SUV brand. Lease the 2019 CRV LX all-wheel drive for only $199 per month for 36 months. With over 2 million customers served, around here, we Honda.
All right, it's the Sports Blitz, a high-octane start here on a Tuesday. Fox Sports Radio, 1330 AM, The Fan. And special programming today as we are going to be joined right from the outset by the head coach of the Gannon Lady Knights for the Gannon Coaches Show. He is Jim Brunelli. Welcome back.
Hey, it's good to be here. It's good to be here. Sorry to change things up.
No, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, had to get out on the road yesterday, see some kids, and then back here today.
You mean you don't just go to work on Wednesday and Saturday?
Oh, I wish. No, that would be great. Those are the paydays, as we say.
Good stuff. We got a couple wins to talk about since we last met. Slippery Rock and UPJ. First, do you take time on Super Bowl Sunday to sit down with the family, eat some chicken wing dip?
Yeah, no, was able to do that.
Good.
Watched a lot of film that morning. Then was able to kind of just relax a little bit and watch that game.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So that's important, right? A human element. Got to have balance.
No, you have to decompress a little bit.
And maybe you earned it. Probably wouldn't have gone quite that way if you'd if you'd lost to Slippery Rock and UPJ. But you're coming off 2 wins, so you've afforded yourself the time. 75-69 was the victory against Slippery Rock. This was last Wednesday at home at the Mill, and we talk about it every week, but one of us makes the comment that any team can win on any day in the PSAC, but especially on the women's side of things. You look through the standings, and it's a mess.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. There's a lot of good teams out there. There's a lot of them that are bottlenecked that are way better than what their record is showing right now, and that's what can happen. That's why they play the games.
Is Gannon better than their record currently?
Absolutely. I believe so. I believe 100% we're better than our 500 mark.
Slippery Rock, what went well in your eyes in that game? I'll let you start. I've got some questions after that.
No, I thought we had some good balance as far as the scoring. You had 3 in double figures, and high double figures. When I say that, Chelsea Rourke had 20, led us with 20, and then Nicole was right behind her with 19, and then you had Sydney Mitchell with 7. But one of the big things that helped us in there was, we got off to a slow start, had a big second quarter, and then we kind of had to, we battled each other the third and the fourth. But just knocking down free throws, being able to rebound the ball, I thought that helped. And I really believe when our teams, when our ladies play scouting report defense and do the things they have to do, we can be a very talented team. And the other thing is we tried to keep our turnovers low, and yes, we had 17, but we had 15 assists, and so that's still a work in progress for us. We still think that we can make the pass that is going to be on SportsCenter, and I don't really want that, and so we're still doing a couple of those each game. If we would take those away, I think we're right where we need to be.
Was there a big adjustment after that first quarter, or did you just get to the game plan you really set out with?
No, I just think, they came out and they hit some shots. They want to come out and make a big... Anytime you're at home, the team's coming out, they're trying to punch you in the face. You know what I mean? And they did that. And the good thing is we took a couple shots, but we're tough. We're tough. We were able to battle back. And you saw there, we got off to a 21-12 start. And then we put up 24 in that second frame. And we were capable of doing that. But that was getting back to playing a little bit better defense, limiting some of the shots, shot attempts, and contesting a lot of them. And so we did that, and then we just got some of our kids going, and we got some good ball movement on the offensive end.
You don't want to take it for granted, but you've got Nicole Kava down low. She's going to do a nice job. Tori Obenrader can heat up as well. Chelsea Rourke had 2 of her best games all year. But how important is it for Sydney Mitchell to play her game for what you want to do as a team?
Oh, it's crucial. It's crucial when you can get a couple guards to come in and help out. And whether that's coming in off the bench or you have someone like that. Sydney Mitchell is a tremendous player. And you're starting to see her abilities on both ends of the court. She impacts the game on the offensive and the defensive end, and I'm really blessed to be able to coach her.
This was probably my detriment as an athlete at a much lower level. So, I mean, I didn't sniff collegiate athletics, but I didn't want to be on the bench.
Yeah.
Can that be a tough adjustment, or do young kids kind of take it, just think, well, I'm young, so?
No, I think that's tough because you got to remember when you get to the college level, we have kids who were superstars for their team.
That doesn't.
And they never came out of the game. So now you come in and you got to sit behind someone or get some playing time behind somebody, or you're not getting enough playing time. That's always a coach's. That's my worst problem because we have some very talented kids here, and some of them could be starting for other teams in this conference, and by statistic wise, they could be starting for us. But coming off the bench, certain players add a spark that we need. It's not that we want it, we need it. And I think they've done a great job at doing that. But that's always tough because, they don't, and those are the type of players we want. They don't want to come out of the game, that type of stuff. But when you get here and you see how things go, you kind of make that adjustment.
When you get a couple wins or a few, depending on the portion of the year that we're looking at your schedule, but you get a couple wins, do you see it kind of click to your sixth man, if you will, that this is why we do this. This is why it's so important what you do.
Yeah, I think they see that. You have your kids who come in. You mentioned Tori earlier. She's done a great job on the rebound. I mean, she's always coming in and grabbing rebounds. Now she's put up a lot of points, but the thing some of these kids are now getting into is it's a second time around. We're playing these teams, and most of those kids made an impact the first game. So now they're being game planned for. So now we got to make those in-game adjustments to see, hey, last game they were playing off you a little bit. You lit them up for some threes. Now they're going to be in your face a little bit. Now you got to be a little bit stronger with the ball. You got to, fake the make on passes. Those little bit of things like that. And those are things that our kids are capable of doing.
Chelsea Rourke strikes me as the type that as a kid you couldn't get her out of the gym. And that can be rare in today's day and age. I don't know, did she play other sports?
I can't think off the top of my head.
It's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been a few years. I think growing up she did,
okay.
But I think she committed to basketball, and it shows. She's another young lady who impacts the game on both ends of the court. Her defense, and those kids that come to you are very special because a lot of kids, they're specializing and hey, you're a good this, you're a good that. But to get those ones that can really truly impact the game on both ends of the court, that's amazing, And now we're getting some of our guards like Chelsea and Sydney in the Slippery Rock game. She had 10 rebounds. You're bringing your guard in. She's grabbing rebounds now, so she's marked now for us because it's like, hey, you got 10, you got 7, you got 8. So when you have a 3 rebound game, what's going on? That type of stuff. It's easier for me to get on board with that.
And that is also the type of player that that you can't take out of the gym. That they take the message well. They receive the message well.
Yeah. I think so too. And those are the kids that we want to continue to recruit here.
Awesome stuff. All right, UPJ, another good team. They're all good teams, so that is redundant, no doubt. But UPJ, you limited them to just one made three-pointer. So I don't know if they specialize in that stat, but was that key for you going in? Was that something you talked about?
Well, it is.
That just goes into your defense?
Yeah, it goes into how our defensive system, and we want to contest shots. And there's certain players on their team. Not everybody are in this league are great three-point shooters. They have some kids who can make shots, so we want to stay a little bit closer to them, make sure we can test them. We did a lot of really, really good things in that game. It's probably has to go back to several games where we outscored everybody, each frame. And then the shooting percentage we held them to. I think we really frustrated them, holding them to 28% shooting for the game, 27% shooting for the game. And then we held them at the end in crunch time. We held them, they didn't score in the last 6 minutes of the game.
What can you teach your team after a win like that? Because really that stifling defense is what consistently wins you games.
Yeah. One of the things we were upset with as a coaching staff is, again, we had 19 turnovers in that game. And you can't continue, you got to be able to take care of the ball. You got to be able to take care of the ball because, hey, just because we're up 19, the next game we might not be up 19. And we've lost games to UPJ. The first game here, we lost because we turned the ball over. And some people say, well, your turnovers didn't hurt you. Turnovers hurt you. Doesn't matter if it's in the first 5 minutes of the game or the last second of the game. Turnovers will come back to get you, and you want to make sure that you take care of the ball. So that was one of our little things that we were not, I don't want to say upset, but yes, upset about, because you just can't get willy-nilly out there with the ball and throw it around. And I thought we had some players make some decisions that weren't the best when we could have pulled it out and ran our offense. They tried to create something from nothing. And when your offense is working that well and your defense is limiting them, there's no need to take those chances. There really isn't.
So you think they got a little loose with the lead is what happened?
I think that's a good
That's
point.
fair?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Is there a lead that's safe enough that you're okay with that, or it's just that you're just demanding consistency, right?
We're striving for consistency, and I don't think you'll ever hear me say that I'm okay with any type of turnovers, especially this season, because we haven't taken care of the ball on a consistent basis. We're getting better. We should have gotten better early on, but we're still trying to do some of those same things, and we as a team need to be better.
Yeah, turnovers. It's like if you've made a deposit, you got this money in your checking account. $2 doesn't matter. It doesn't. $2 doesn't matter until you're out of money, and then to have that $2 back, right? So,
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3 after this. Josh pointed it out. The GannonSports.com, the SID staff over there, they work so hard, but he pointed out that after this on the schedule, after Seton Hill, that is,
Yeah.
it's number 1, number 2, and number 3.
Yeah, and you know what? We're not even looking to them, because the next team up is Seton Hill, and again, they're one of those teams where their record is a lot better than they are better than their record. They're well coached. They have a lot of threats on their team, and they've been playing well lately. And not saying that they haven't been the time before, but they've been hitting some shots. They've been doing some things on the defensive end that have, excuse me, that has been causing some problems for teams. So right now our main focus is Seton Hill, and that's who we have tomorrow night.
And you look at the standings, every single game matters down the stretch, but Gannon sits at number 5, 7-7, 11-11. So 500, you made it back.
Yeah.
Now you build. Now is when you...
Yeah,
find
you got to
that progress.
start. You know, we let some games loose, and you know, we have to deal with that. And so now it's trying to fight and claw our way back. And one of the ways we can do that is by playing as a team, being super disciplined on both ends of the court, and sharing the ball.
Coach Brunelli, really appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.